The stew's meat. A pumpkin patch and a stump to sit. So he walked down the road just a little bit. He had just reached the stump to sit when he heard a crying fit. Oh, please, help me, please, the voice said in a crying plea. The traveller was fast and quick, moving through the pumpkin patch, swift, leaving his kettle at the stump where he was going to sit. The pumpkin patch was huge. 1.5 miles he ran through. Next to a scarecrow, standing still, was a little girl named Ember. The girl wasn't yelling anymore, so the traveller asked to be sure, "Are you okay? I heard you yell." The girl pointed to the well. "I'm sorry, sir," the little girl cried. "I dropped my locket in the well. My grandmother gave it to me. She died last year, you see." The traveller nodded and smiled. "I guess we'll have to fish it out. Is there some string and a hook about?" "Yes," the little girl smiled at last. "Behind the barn there is some string, and as a hook I have an earring." The traveller smiled at her wit. "I'll be right back. I'll be quick." As he walked to the barn, his kettle it sat, and a worm crawled in at that. He grabbed the rope and headed back in tow. A myth, a myth. I'm not fishing for fish. It wasn't long he had reached Ember. Holding the rope nice and still, asked for the earring from the little girl. The earring was gold, and it shined as he looped the rope and made a bind. The well was deep, down the rope went, hooking the locket quick, pulled it up without a fit. The locket was still shiny, the earring was covered in mud. The girl was happy and gave him a hug. Thank you, she said. Then she handed him the earring, once in her head. It's real gold, I promise you, sir. Here, take both, just to be sure." The traveller smiled and laughed. "I'll take the muddy one," he said in kind, "and a place to sit would be just fine." So they sat and talked all night, the little girl telling about her grandma's life. When the sun rose, the girl fell asleep. The traveller got up on his feet. Through the pumpkin patch, about 1.5 miles, back to his kettle at last, and there it sat. A blue bird with a worm in it, perched on top of his knife. It swallowed the worm without thinking twice. It looked at the traveller, and it made a sound, the sound he hummed in town. He looked at his kettle just to be sure. The egg had hatched. That was absurd. It has been through the rain, in the cold when darkness came. Yet the egg was cracked, and as blue as a bird the dragon sat, without a name. He couldn't have that. So he thought hard at that, when an echoing scream came again, but this time it quickly ends. The traveller, worried about Ember, ran as fast as he could remember, through the pumpkin patch again, this time followed by his blue friend. He moved fast and quick, and there by the scarecrow she sat, a wolf eating her body at that. The traveller fell to his knees, crying, "Oh, please, oh, please!" Then his bird made a sound, chirping as it moved forward bound. It was tiny, the size of his hand, and the wolf looked up again. The wolf looked at the traveller, a bigger meal for his pack, so he got ready for the attack, growling and ready to leap. The little blue bird let out fire, you see, burning the wolf to ashes and Ember's body. The little blue bird walked through the flames, picked up the locket, and back it came. Ember, yes, that's your name, the traveller said with tears on his face. I see you retrieved your locket. He picked it up and put it in his pocket. The traveller would never forget that day and the exact place he sits. A myth, a myth, I've got rocks and sticks, he said as he wiped his face, set his bird on his hat, and he started to walk away. He knew where he was going. Had he ever been before? Back to the farmer he had to be sure. What kind of bird was this? And how does he take care of it?